Hey guys, I'm back, and I hope you remember and recognize these two little guys we got here. These were the Cool Hand Ninja ceramic folder, Damascus EDC folder. We looked at them just a little while ago as part of the Cool Hand EDC size lineup. Now, if you haven't seen the unboxing of these or don't remember, I will put a link in the description. I'll also put a link to the very first Cool Hand knife that we ever unboxed, which was like this little teeny tiny ceramic folder. I don't have it with me right now, but it's what got me interested in the rest of the Cool Hand brand and got me to take a look at these guys. So I'll put that link in the description as well. So we looked at these and we talked about them, and I thought they were pretty nifty. I liked them. They did very well in the initial kind of first look test, and good materials, good craftsmanship and everything. Little pricey. Definitely not in the low-cost area. So what I said we were going to do in a part 2 video was look at some other Cool Hand knives, also kind of in the EDC lineup, that were a little bit more affordable than these. Definitely not as cheap as like a Ganzo or a Kubi, but just mid-range, somewhere between the price range of these and something like, you know, a Ganzo or a Firebird or something. I selected two from their kind of product line to take a look at that I chose to buy because I thought, you know, a lot of them were just sort of repetitive, same kind of materials, same kind of styles. But these two are very different types of knives. So these are both 440 stainless blades. So again, very different materials than what we're dealing with here. Here's the label information from the first one we're looking at. One is a bit bigger than the other, so you know we're talking about small-sized EDC blades, about 3.5 inches or less. This, like other Kubis, has that really nice sculpted multicolored G10. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be orange or kind of a brown and black. I'm not sure how the color shows up on your particular screen. For me, it's sort of a wood kind of barkish light brown and black. I like it though. It's the way it's sculpted in there. It's grippy, not too rough, not too much, but enough that you can get a good grip on it. The actual title of this on Amazon is just Cool Hand 4.38 inch closed 440C stainless steel folding pocket knife with G10 handle liner lock. So it doesn't have a fancy name. You know, there's no cool like this is the Ninja, but this has no fancy name to distinguish it. But it's a, you know, kind of indicative of a few different models. It's not a bearing knife, and I bring that up because this one is on bearings. It's just a simple, what are they? Teflon washers, not bronze, not plastic, but Teflon washers. Very smooth, like the other Cool Hands I've tried. Early lockup. There we go. Nice smooth action. No blade play. Beautiful stonewash finish on the blade. Really, really nice stonewash finish. Bit of a reverse tanto shape there. And the only marking you're going to see on the blade here is the Cool Hand name. Nothing on the other side. No blade steel marking or anything. Comes with a bead on it, like the Damascus folder did. This is anodized titanium, whereas this is just aluminum. But still, when we're talking about a lightweight, smaller size EDC blade, this fits in that kind of criteria really, really nicely. Now, initially I said that these were kind of in between the, you know, the Kubi / Ganzo price range and the other ones. Looking on Amazon right now as I'm making this video, these have come down in price since I first bought them. They're about $10 cheaper. And so I'll put all the information as of the date I'm making the video right now, how much the prices are, but about $25. When I first bought them, they were, like I said, up in the $35 range, which is pretty cool. So it actually does match up with the price of some of the Kubis and stuff out there. You know, there's some folks out there looking for a $10 EDC knife, but you guys know me and my theory that it's better to spend a few more bucks outright and get something reliable and sturdy that'll last you, especially something that's got a little bit of style and good craftsmanship, than to get something that's cheap and you're going to have to replace maybe a few times. You can see centering on this guy is really good. perfect, in fact. A little small, but, we said that with the other ones. I have big hands. It fits, but it's a little bit small. But again, I said, I think in the first video, I feel like I sort of started promoting this idea that, EDC should be a big knife. And EDC should not. EDC should be a small, unobtrusive blade that you just carry around in a pocket or something. We're not talking about field knives. So for, just something to carry around that rides, in a pocket and doesn't get in the way, not bad. Now, it's got the same pocket clip as the other ones we looked at. So standard clip, not a deep carry clip. You've got about, I don't know, half an inch or so of knife that's going to extend above that clip. I'm sure on eBay, though, if you really looked, you could find a deep carry clip that you could replace that with. It wouldn't be all that hard. I've been looking at this and thinking, with just a little bit of tools and a little bit of heat, you could probably, unmount this clip and bend that, fold it under, and turn this into a deep carry pocket clip if you really wanted to, if you're so motivated to do that. But just like with some of the other lower cost knives that I've been showing on the channel, I think this one has a look of something that would typically, in the past be more expensive. But it's got, Cool Hand has so far delivered good quality, good craftsmanship, decent materials. If you look up, it's 440C. There's different levels of 440. 440 is not a steel itself. 440 is a family of steel. So 440C is a decent steel. It's not a bad steel. It's just not a high-end steel is all. It's a fine steel. A little bit of care and maintenance, it'll do well for you, especially for an EDC blade. It's just not the best that's out there. But let's see how the blade comes right out of the package. Perfect, like a razor. And our P-cord test, no effort whatsoever. I've seen cleaner cuts. I've seen not as clean cuts, but I mean, it just, all you got to do is put a little bit of tension on that cord, and it just slices right through. Very, very easily. I will not be shaving my arm. It's freezing here. I need all the body hair I can hold on to stay warm. So this is a really nice addition. Again, lower cost. It's definitely less expensive. It's probably it's less than half the cost of this guy, of the Damascus, and it's about I don't know, 2/3 the cost of the ceramic. But again, we got to talk about ceramic versus steel. I might as well once again put the link into the ceramic versus steel blade test video, just in case you haven't seen that and you want to kind of see the difference. And ceramic blades have their place, steel blades have their place. They are not interchangeable though, they do different things. So, there. This guy here. I didn't realize at first, this one is significantly heavier, and then I noticed that the box is also bigger, and yeah, it is a bigger knife. Let me close this one up. So take a look at the size difference there. This one actually, so kind of, I was looking for a smaller, more EDC friendly size knife from Cool Hand, and I think that this sort of goes back into, my favorite. I like 4-inch blades. I like larger blades, larger knives, because I have my big goon hands. I think this sort of goes against what I was trying to get at there. This is not a 4-inch blade. I think it's a 3.5-inch blade, whereas this is like a 2.7 or a 3-inch or something like that. But yeah, there's a significant weight difference here. Someone had asked me just a little while ago, could you find a knife that is red and good quality? And I'm hoping this will count, because this is really nice layered red and black G10. So this is kind of a red knife. I really like the pattern on this. I mean, this is very grippy. It's very fine work. Unfortunately, it's all machined. I mean, some of the really good custom knife makers can do this stuff by hand with, like, a Dremel and a file, or a burr in a Dremel, or some of them will take a round file and do this by hand. But this is machined, so it's everything's all even all the way through. Fit and finish on this one is just as good as on the other Cool Hands we've looked at. Exact same pocket clip. Centering's pretty good. It's like a millimeter off on this one, unfortunately. But still, nothing's rubbing against anything else in there. This one happens to be on bearings. And this one has a name. This is Bomb. Bomb. So let's just go ahead and open this guy up. And very smooth. Yeah, those bearings are nice. I noticed something about the out-of-the-box lockup. So you're at about 50% right out of the box. Now, I don't know if that's standard. You know, even if you shift it over, it won't stay over. There's no blade play at all if you just hold it over. I don't know what's up. But still, okay, whatever. I had my whole lesson and my whole spiel one day about lockup percentages and early versus late and the lifetime of the knife. Yeah, it's just shy of 50% there. But, you know, since we're looking at a $25 knife, I mean, yeah. Definitely would expect better on one of the more expensive cool hands. So if you've got bigger hands or you just want a slightly bigger blade, this might be for you. Again, 440C steel. It's got a satin finish, which looks almost as nicely done as the stonewash. I like the grind lines in it and everything. I don't know why. This is probably just for stylized. It's almost like a nightmare grind in there. You can see, though, it doesn't affect the cutting edge, the bevel at all. It's just consistent all the way through. What's the point? There isn't one. It just is for looks. They've got cool hand on the spine. But in terms of fitting my hand, this one feels like it fits my hand a lot better than the other ones. I'll say it one more time, though. I'm getting that extra real estate at the expense of quite a bit more weight and a much longer piece of steel in my pocket than the other ones. But, the bearing system, IKBS ball bearings, really smooth. I'm just testing out to see if, light switch versus push button flipping opens just as nicely with either one. It feels like a solid knife. All the craziness there on the spine and everything, it actually kind of contours in the hand pretty well. It's a more aggressive shape. It looks more like a, I don't know, for people that want a little more style to the knife, this might be the thing for you. If you're willing to buy off on the bigger size and the weight. I really like that G10 though. I think it's looks like a 1x1 stack, and if you know what that means, great. And if you don't worry about it. I'll cover that in another video sometime. But really nice look on the red. A lot of times, red and black G10 can end up just looking brown if it's not done right, and that looks really, really nice. Oh, that's not good. All right. Interesting. Having a little trouble here. Let's try a brand new piece of paper. So, of 5 cool hand knives, this will be the 5th cool hand knife I've tried. First time I'm having trouble with the blade. And it seems like it's having some trouble there with this ridiculous grind. Because if we can ignore that grind and just use the forward part of the blade, fine. And if we can just cut with the rear part of the blade, it's fine. But as soon as we hit that ridge, that's where stuff gets screwed up. So it's sharpened. It comes well, finished out of the factory. It has some trouble right there with that little ridge. But if we can ignore that, it'll cut pretty well otherwise. Interesting design there, Cool Hand. I think this one they went a little bit more for the looks instead of the function. We all know how I feel about that. Although cord, it's a very, clean cut, not a lot of straggling all the way, if that's a word that I can use. I decided to use that. It's a word I can use. I just said so. No effort, just glides right through the 550 cord. So for your everyday EDC tasks, it's still a reliable blade. It's just, how often are you going to be slicing curlicues out of paper for EDC? So I wouldn't really worry about it. And in my last Q&A video, I talked about why I even do the paper test and what it's supposed to show. And it's not like a real-life use test anyway. So It's just a measure of how well finished that blade leaves the factory. So we now have a number of nice EDC options from Cool Hand. You know, and some of these Chinese companies, I've said it before and I'll say it again, they're really giving some of the long-standing U.S. manufacturers a run for their money in terms of value to price, and, you know, the style and quality of the blades that they're putting out. I used to be one of the world's biggest Benchmade fanboys, really. And when was the last time you saw me unboxing a new Benchmade knife on this channel? Just there. I'm not, you know, that'll be a whole separate video as to why my attitude towards Benchmade is changing as of late. But there's a lot of brands out there that, for less money, will give you excellent quality. Some of them are Chinese, some of them are American. But you know, China is really, they've been stepping up their game. Some of the companies, recognizing, I think this is my theory, that a lot of the world has that opinion that, you know, cheap crap comes out of China, and I think some companies are looking to change that association, that opinion. And I think that some of those companies are doing well. I mean, unfortunately, it's one of those things that is a stereotype that's going to take a long time to break. But in the knife world, I think there are some companies that are really standing out, doing really well. Kaiser, Cool Hand, Best Tech is one that I just did another unboxing for. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but you know, there's a lot of companies out there, Chinese-made knives, that are really starting to show really good quality for the value and money paid for it. So take it for what you will. Your opinion is the only opinion that matters, though, when it comes to the knife that you carry and that you have in your pocket. So I hope that you guys got something out of this. A couple more options. All these available on Amazon and other places too, but I like Amazon because, you know, once again, Prime member, free 2-day shipping. I'm an impatient baby. I want my stuff now. So let me hear your thoughts and your opinions in the comment. What do you think of these? If there's another Cool Hand model that you think we should have looked at in this lineup, let me know that too. So this weekend, by the way, I need to do a couple plugs. Number one, Patreon, looking to grow my Patreon team, because the support of the Patreon guys is letting me do some more cool stuff that I wouldn't otherwise be able to do. I know that not everybody is able to support the channel monetarily like that, and I appreciate the support of everybody, even people that just click the button to watch a video. You know, that's doing something. But please do check out Patreon. Look in the video description for a link to the Patreon page, and just check it out and think about it. And I just did the first giveaway for my Patreon people for that Only Awesome Canoes Here level, and I have to do the giveaway, but you know, there's giveaways just for those guys 4 times a year, and somebody is about to receive that Ravencrest Tactical fixed blade chopper that we unboxed just a little while ago, and I have to do another one for the month of December for those guys. There's other stuff that goes along with that, with the giveaway coming up. Now, speaking of giveaways, I didn't realize it. I accidentally hit the quantity 2 button when I ordered this. So one of these, there's another one fresh in the box, is going in the big giveaway. So somebody's going to take home a brand new Cool Hand, whatever the blah, 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 one of these knives. Because I accidentally ordered a second one without even, I don't even know how that happened, but I got 2 of them. So you guys are going to get one of these too. Yes, the giveaway is happening. This weekend I'm putting out the giveaway video. I finally have all my stuff. So contest opens this weekend, and you'll find out exactly how it's going to run, and it's going to be just as easy as any of my other videos to enter. There's just going to be a lot more stuff to give away. But like the Patreon guys, they're all going to get extra entries, you know, just for being Patreon people, because they're taking that extra step to support the channel. So please check it out. You help make a better channel, and there's benefits that go directly to you as well. Another thing, the Patreon team, they are personally selecting the next box, the next subscription box that we're going to sign up for, and we're going to try on this channel. So anyway, so check that out in the description. Also, trying to assemble questions now for next month's Q&A. So questions for docp@gmail.com. You guys have seen, I will answer any question you send me. There's no such thing as a stupid question or a question that, you know, is a waste of time, or, you know, even if maybe somebody's asked, just send me the question. I'll answer it. and rebuilding my viewer request list again since that spreadsheet crashed. So you can email all of your requests and ideas to docp96@gmail.com, and I will start working on that list too. A lot of that list comes brought to you by the support of the Patreon team. So anyway, thanks guys. I hope this was a good video. I'm trying to keep it a little shorter because I have 3 videos I want to film today and get stuff out there. But yeah, so you guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you watching these videos, and I will be back again real soon.